All right, let's break this fight down no damage style. First thing you'll notice, the boss opens with quick lunges. The key here is spacing. Don't stay glued to the middle. Bait the attack, then dash through to the other side. That way, you avoid damage while lining up a clean counter hit. It's all about rhythm, not rushing. Next, check the projectile phase. It looks chaotic, but the pattern is actually consistent. Shots spread in arcs. The trick is not to panic. Stay low, weave between the gaps, and punish when the boss resets. Timing your jumps instead of spamming them is the difference between smooth dodging and getting clipped. Around half health, the boss shifts gears. This is where most players take damage. Notice how the tempo speeds up. Attacks chain together with less downtime. The trick is patience. Don't get greedy. One hit, then reposition. If you overcommit, you'll eat a combo and lose the no damage run instantly. Also, listen closely for audio cues. The boss has a distinct sound before launching its dive. The second you hear it, prep a dash. If you react to the sound instead of the animation, you'll dodge consistently. It's one of those little tricks that makes the fight way easier once you pick up on it. Finally, when the boss enrages, stick to the edges of the arena. It forces attacks to funnel in predictable patterns, giving you more reaction time. Stay disciplined, play defensive, and only strike when the opening is obvious. And honestly, that's the beauty of this fight. It looks overwhelming, but once you study the patterns, it feels like a dance. Every move has a counter. Every moment has a safe option. The challenge isn't the boss, it's your own patience.
Boss number 2, Widow. A terrifying spider-like creature with webs, slashes, and unpredictable combos. She opens with fast lunges and swipes. The trick? Don't panic. Stay just outside her reach, bait the attack, then dash through and punish with one clean hit. Think of this fight as a dance. One step in, one step out. Now come the webs. They rain down in arcs that look chaotic, but the gaps are always there. Move diagonally, stay calm, and avoid over-jumping. Once the volley ends, that's your window to strike. Rushing here is the easiest way to get clipped. Here's the big danger, the sweeping leg slams. Watch the windup. If you dash early, you'll get caught. Wait until the legs lift high, then slip underneath and punish on the recovery. Respect this move, and the fight becomes way safer. At half health, Widow really wakes up. She chains volleys into slashes with almost no downtime. This is where discipline matters. Don't get greedy. One hit, retreat, reset. Staying close to the edges actually helps because her attacks funnel more predictably. This web spread looks like a wall of death, but don't freak out. Focus on the gaps and keep moving diagonally. The webs are scarier than they are dangerous if you don't panic. Get through clean, then punish while she recovers. And that's the rhythm of Widow. Bait, dodge, punish, reset. Once you know the tells, the hiss before a slam, the sound of webs, the fight becomes smooth. With patience and precision, you'll walk out flawless. Widow down, no damage taken, and another step closer to mastering Silksong's bosses. Next up is Fourth Chorus, a massive lava-dwelling monster with collapsing platforms and some of the most cinematic mechanics we've seen so far. Phase 1 starts simple. Wide horizontal swipes and a heavy ground smash. Stay just outside the reach, dash through when the arms drop, and punish the recovery. When the smash lands, parts of the floor collapse, so always reposition before the lava catches you. Think one step ahead. If you're reactive here, you'll slip up. Here's the key. Only the head takes damage. After each slam or swipe, you've got a tiny window to strike. 1 or 2 hits max, then back out. Play disciplined, because lingering too long gets you clipped. This fight rewards precision. Treat it like a duel, not a brawl. As the fight ramps up, rocks start dropping from above. Watch the ceiling for cracks and shadows. That's your warning.
move diagonally, glide if needed, and never stay still under a hot spot. The pattern seems random at first, but after a few runs, you'll notice safe lanes. Stick to those and you'll survive without a scratch. The arena keeps shrinking as platforms break away. Don't panic, hug the middle zones so you've got room to dash either side. If you get cornered near lava, you're done, so always keep that escape route in mind. Think of the arena itself as part of the boss. It's testing your awareness as much as your dodges. Once you've pushed it far enough, air vents open up. Use your cloak to ride the wind, float up, and hit the glowing orbs on both sides. When both are triggered, the ceiling stalactite comes crashing down for the finisher. And there it is! No damage, clean execution.
Next up is Lace at Deep Docks, the rival duel that defines spacing and patience in Silksong. Lace opens with forward thrusts and diagonal slashes. The key is positioning. Stay just outside poke range, then dash into her forehand side when she commits to the real lunge. One clean hit on the back shoulder, then immediately step out. Don't get greedy. Doubles invite counters. Watch for the shoulder dip. That's your tell for a genuine attack. Feints start with a weight shift, but don't commit. If it looks almost punishable, skip it. Wait for the full lunge, dash late through the gap, and take your single hit. Patience pays better than speed here. When she goes airborne, there's a tiny toe tap before the plunge. Don't contest it. Step off the landing line and let the needle stick into the floor. That's your safest punish window. Hit once during recovery, then reset to center. Never chase to the edges. If Lace crouches into that parry posture, hands off the attack button. She's baiting a counter. Recenter, wait for her to lunge again, and earn the opening properly. This fight punishes impatience harder than any boss so far. And that's Lace. Feints like static, commits like lightning.
Here we go. Last judge at the Citadel Gate, the final gatekeeper of Act 1. This fight is all about reading delayed windups and explosive second phase fire. Phase 1 starts with the overhead slam. Watch for the yellow glow, then simply walk aside. That's your biggest punish window. The thurible throw comes next. Either dash far away or stay close to the boss and jump over the recall. Never get caught between the boss and the weapon. When last judge winds up the flail spin, back off immediately. There's no counterplay here, just get out of range and wait. The tell is subtle, but once you see that hand rotation, it's time to move. Stay at mid-range throughout this phase to react to every attack. Phase 2 kicks in with that roar. Now every attack gets fire follow-ups. The slam creates flame bursts across the ground, so jump and glide over them before going in for your punish. The spin attack sends out concentric fire rings. Stand between them and creep forward as they expand. New attack, the fire charge, where last judge dashes across the arena trailing flames. Jump over the boss and watch for the fire pillars that spawn behind. Land between them if possible, or use the airtime to get a downward strike. This is actually a good damage opportunity if you read it right. Critical warning. After you land the killing blow, immediately run away from the boss. Last judge explodes in a massive area after a few seconds, and that explosion can kill you and reset the entire fight. Once you're clear, enjoy your passage into the Citadel. Here comes Trobbio, the flamboyant showman of the stage, deep in the Citadel's coral chambers. Trobbio loves opening with the tornado attack. He spins backward, charges across the arena, then bounces off the wall. The key is jumping over him as he charges, then staying above when he stops. You can actually pogo his head during the spin for safe damage, but timing is everything here. Watch for the triple bomb throw. He'll toss 3 explosives that freeze mid-air before detonating. Look for the steam they emit as your timer. These bombs explode either horizontally or vertically. so position yourself perpendicular to their blast lines. You can even hit them away with your needle if you're close enough. When Trobbio dives underground, watch the stage tiles lifting as he moves. He'll either pop out for a grab or throw more explosives from below. Stay near where he'll emerge, but be ready to dash away. If he throws projectiles instead of surfacing, treat them like the aerial bombs. Dodge the blast patterns. The most dangerous attack. Trobbio yells his own name, then disappears as walls of exploding fireworks blanket the arena. You need to anticipate where the safe gaps will be and position yourself there before the fireworks appear. Don't try to react once they're already spawning. You'll be too late. When he takes flight, walk underneath and jump up for hits while he's airborne. But be careful, he might burst into tornado mode mid-flight. Watch for that little spin tail before he becomes a full tornado. If you see it, get ready to jump over him again. And there's the finish. But Trobbio doesn't just die, he puts on a show. Fireworks, bowing, dancing, thanking the crowd. It's theatrical, even in defeat.
Next up, Cogwork Dancers in the coral chambers. Watch the white lines projecting from their heads. Those lines show exactly where they're going to dash. When they light up, get out of that path immediately. The safest strategy is attacking from below when they're airborne, or hitting them during their brief landing recovery. Here comes the signature move, Cogwork Clash. They both project beams toward the center, then dash in to embrace each other. This creates a circular slash around them, but also gives you a perfect damage window. Hit them while they're floating together in the center, then back off before they separate. The most dangerous attack, they disappear and fill the arena with wire patterns. Look for gaps between the lines and position yourself there before they start dashing along the wires. Wall cling is your friend here. Stick to the upper corners of the walls to avoid most wire intersections. Phase 2 ramps up the tempo. Same attacks, but quicker music means quicker execution. The wire patterns become denser and the timing windows shrink. Stay calm, read the telegraphs, and don't panic when the screen fills with light. The patterns are still predictable, just compressed. Phase 3 breaks the synchronization. Now they move offset from each other, creating overlapping patterns. This is where most runs die. Focus on one dancer at a time. Dodge their telegraph, then immediately check the other's position. Never assume they're moving together anymore. One dancer falls and the survivor enters a melancholy final phase. It moves slowly, almost sadly, and can't perform the wire pattern anymore. It will try to do Cogwork Clash by itself, but just stops in the middle and slowly falls to the ground. This phase is more emotional than mechanical. And that's the end of the dance. The Cogwork Dancers represented perfect mechanical harmony, but without their partner, the surviving dancers simply couldn't continue. Lava Savage Beastfly, the fiery rematch in far fields. Platforms collapse, lava gushes, and one mistake means instant defeat. This fight demands cold patience. Move sparingly. Let Beastfly slam out platforms into lava. Then reposition only when a safe tile remains. If he dives into the last solid tile, you win by default. Bait slams into molten gaps rather than chasing across disappearing ground. Phase 2 adds tar flies that fire sticky blasts. Stay mobile and clear them quickly with a tool or nail. Equip Magma Bell to shave off extra heat damage if you clip lava. Every mask matters. Beat the heat by treating the arena like a trap room, one safe tile at a time. Bait, dodge, reposition, and strike only when the path is clear. That's how you walk away flawless against the Lava Savage Beastfly. Grandmother Silk, one of the most dangerous fights in Silksong.
This battle is all about patience, spacing, and reading her patterns if you want that no damage clear. She opens with needle flurries, horizontal or vertical spreads. Don't panic, watch the gaps, slip through clean, and punish with just 1 or 2 strikes before resetting your position. Next up, the claw swipe. Huge arc, often paired with falling blades. The trick is to dodge toward the edges or jump over the claw, then quickly reposition to avoid the rain behind her. Now come the silk strands. These mark danger zones. Touching them deals heavy damage. The moment you see them forming, move early. Find the largest safe space and wait it out. In Phase 2, her attacks speed up, and hazards like falling rocks or spears enter the mix. Always keep moving. Learn to read the silk lines. Above means falling debris, below means spears. At this stage, she chains attacks together. Needle waves, silk traps, debris, all at once. Stay calm, take tiny punishes, and retreat fast. With discipline, you'll land the final blow, no damage taken. And that's the Grandmother Silk fight mastered. Silksong has saved its most punishing challenge for last. This is Lost Lace, a void-twisted reflection of one of Hornet's fiercest rivals. Every move she makes is designed to break your rhythm, but with patience, precision, and just a bit of courage, you can walk out of this fight untouched. From the start, Lace wastes no time. She dashes across the arena with blinding speed, throwing out wide slashes that can catch you off guard. The key here is spacing. Don't chase, don't rush. Let her come to you. Dodge the lunge, slip behind, and punish with a single, careful strike. Next, watch for her chain slashes. 2, sometimes 3 in a row. If you're greedy here, you'll get clipped. The safest play is to dash through or hop just above her swing, then wait for the recovery frames. This fight rewards discipline. Every punish must be earned. Now she takes the fight vertical. Lost Lace will leap high, sometimes fainting before crashing down. The moment her trajectory locks in, move wide. If she slams into the ground, punish the landing. If she slices through the air, give her space. Never try to contest her mid-flight. Here comes her signature, the Void AoE. A glowing ring forms before impact. This is your warning. Dash out immediately and wait for the slam. These moments are free damage if you're patient, but the tempo rises fast now. Lunges, dives, AoEs, all chaining together. Midway through, Lace will enter a guarded stance. This is pure bait. Hit her here and you'll eat a counter. Instead, hold your ground. Watch closely. When she breaks stance with an aggressive move, that's your chance to strike from the side or behind. React, don't predict. The final phase pushes everything to the limit. She links lunges into combos, dives into slams, barely leaving room to breathe. The arena feels smaller by the second. Don't panic, dash cleanly, jump deliberately, punish sparingly. One safe hit at a time is the path to survival. Every boss in Silksong tests something. Lost Lace tests all of it. Patience, timing, control. By now, her attacks are relentless. But if you've stayed calm, dodged true, and never overcommitted, you're only a few strikes away from perfection. And there it is, the final blow. Lost Lace defeated with no damage taken. A fitting finale for Silksong. A battle that demands everything and rewards mastery with the sweetest kind of victory.